Hey everyone, in this voice recording, I'm going to be speaking more on Caesar's, Blue Legions, officers training for the legions on the land, okay? Look, the training for the officers in the sea and the soldiers and the seamen is completely different from the training that's going to happen on the land, okay? It's not going to be the same training. The Blue Navy, the Imperial Blue Navy, has its own traditions on how to recruit officers, how to recruit the free rowers, okay? And how to recruit all the workers on the galleys. So this training is completely different, okay, from the legions training on the land, okay? This is a Roman bowl and a Roman forca. These are two essential items that you should have found as you are training as a Roman officer in the Blue Legion on the land, okay? A bowl for drinking water from any river or well or fountain, and a forca to carry your Roman traditional tools. Now listen, this has to be all traditionally Roman. You mustn't use any fake things, okay? So these are two ideal things for an officer to carry in the Blue Legion, okay? Now, in this program, listen, you drink whatever water you can find that is the safest as possible. River water in the Roman Republic is not so bad, okay? Also, the first thing you must learn, you must have a good, strong gut, okay? To drink water from a public fountain if you manage to take rest in a city on your march, or any river that you find in the wilderness, okay? So this is the advice in this training. Look, you mustn't burden people around you while you're in this training, okay? You mustn't go and play victim. Oh, I'm starving and all. You need to learn to think for yourself, okay? You mustn't go and burden people. Oh, I'm starving. Hey, I don't have anything to eat here. And listen, you mustn't go and ask people, can you teach me this? Can you teach me that? Can you please teach me this? Teach us this? You mustn't be like, some barbarian, hey, Spartacus, can you please teach me this? I don't know how to. Come on, Spartacus, why don't you just teach me how to use a flagellum? You mustn't come with this mentality, okay? That, come on, Spartacus, why don't you teach me? Then I'll teach you. This isn't some philosophical march, okay? You have to be alone and think for yourself on how to survive, first thing, with very basic Roman things, okay? Not just go and cry, oh, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. So this is why this is an educational thing. First thing is when you're alone, okay, you mustn't come with the whole group behind you, okay? Then you fail the training. You must go alone in the wilderness and only visit the cities if you need something. And you must eat from the garbage, okay? If somebody donates to you some denare, yes, you go to a Roman market and buy yourself some food. This isn't supposed to be some masochismus, okay? You just vomit yourself into the wilderness, first thing, okay? Just push yourself into the wilderness and think, okay, I'm here, okay? What do I do? Okay, I'm going to be hungry in the evening. Yes, I can go back to the city in the evening and just see if there's any leftover food. There's tons of food, okay? You mustn't go starving. And you precisely should get the food that is left over in the streets to improve your gut bacteria. How are you going to be able to be strong without challenging your gut constantly? You need these challenges. Yes, if everything is coming, you get the idea. It's not about, okay, if somebody offers you a very expensive banquet, you can go. It's not forbidden, okay? But the point that I'm trying to make here is learn how to think for yourself and survive by yourself without anything, okay? So if you find any shelter somewhere under a tree, you rest. You mustn't be on your feet awake everywhere. And you must learn to sleep alone without anything being around you, okay, in the wild. You mustn't, this is another test of courageousness. Sleep alone at night in the wilderness, far away from civilization, okay? With the thought before you go to sleep, a bunch of hungry barbarians or something, outcasts, could just come and butcher you, okay? This is also another test for your courage. So that's that. Now, what I'm explaining on military officers training is the training for officers in the Legion of Sol Invictus, okay? Now, the training for the Legion of Mars in the Blue Legion might be something totally different. The training for Caesar's Blue Legion of Mercury could be something completely different. It's not all going to be the same, okay? I have to apologize for this because you cannot put everything in the same training, okay? Because Mars is a completely different deity than Mercury is, okay? Sol Invictus is a completely different deity than Mercury is. Mars is a completely different deity than Sol Invictus is, okay? So you mustn't do the same thing for every Legion training program. Now, the Red Legion's training program is something completely different entirely, okay? The Red Navy's training program is something completely different. The execution unit is something completely different training. The siege unit, everything is very different and unique for officers and soldiers and legionnaires, okay? Auxiliary training is something completely different. So in order to know the training program for the legions of these other gods, deities, they have a separate recruitment area entirely, So you mustn't go to one deity and ask questions about the other deity, okay? And what is Mars Legion's training? What is this? Each legion is unique. Yes, they're all wearing blue. They have the same testudo. There will be some marks of distinction to distinguish themselves. The blue shields of Sol Invictus will have something different, okay? The helmets, but will be having some distinction. However, some things will be the same. For example, the white feathers for the officers, the blue shields, the blue uniform. Yes, in some things, everything will look the same, but there will be these little things that distinguish, okay? Just to have a distinction without any confusion so that, you don't distract each other or get confused. So, yeah, that's all I have in this video. I'll see you people later, okay?